And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET UK. I hope everyone's staying warm. It is freezing in the UK, so wrap up warm, get the heating on if you can. The government are absolutely useless. They're talking about turning off electricity during the day for whatever reason to save on, I don't know. But we've got monkeys working here at the moment, folks. So do what you can to stay warm and make sure you've got what you need, folks. And look, we've got a community, okay? We've got a community on Facebook, and it's all about UAPs. But you know what? Anything you want to talk about, we're here for you guys. Join it, upload your evidence. If it's any good, it makes the channel. You know how it all works. I've got all the videos I've got for you today have come from you, the public, okay? And I'm going to analyse them and give them my very best because that's what they deserve. Yeah, honestly, we've built a small community here, all right? People dotted out from all over the world. People even calling each other out and saying, "Hey, where are you? Look, I'm in the same country. Whereabouts are you?" It's brilliant. More people putting cameras in the sky as well. Exactly what we want. Exactly what we want to do. And for anyone that feels like they're deflated and nothing ever happens, look, it can happen. Just keep following the channel. Keep sharing the stuff that you feel is really credible and decent. I'm not going to tell you which ones to share. I can only point you in the right direction. And anyone who's watching, they're still on the fence of all this. Look, there's many channels out there that prove that there's something out there. Now, you can hear it from a scientist. Go to Custodian File, Robert Shape. He's the guy that pretty much worked out that these little UAP that we're seeing aren't dragonflies, okay? And he tells you about his whole story, and he's got hundreds of videos on his channel. Custodian File, check him out. You can go to Latchkey Hustle. John at Latchkey Hustle. He's another guy who started a channel back in January. He's had all sorts happening to him. And, folks, he's got the footage there, okay? Well, it's not crystal clear, but it's clearly unexplainable, and it's clearly objects that are present in that moment, okay? You can't deny it. And he's very, you know, these two guys together, they got a very straight thought process, okay? Is it there? Is it not there? Yes, it's there. Yada, yada, yada. So I honestly, like, go through that with them. Go through my channel. There's loads of other channels out there, folks, that are showing credible stuff. But, folks, as I said, we've got footage from the public today, and it's amazing, right? We've got sources, close-up view of a saucer coming right at Tony Franklin over in East Texas. It's an older video taken this year, but I was never able to zoom in and give you guys a really good view of it, but now I have, and it looks awesome. Brand new footage from Gavin Young. It was taken last month. Really good capture, and there's a few things I want to go over in that video as well because it looks funky. And we've got a brand new one out of Long Island, New York, folks, and I've never seen anything like it, folks. So let's get straight into it. What am I even... Oh, folks, like and subscribe to the channel. That's how you can support me. It's absolutely free to do. If you support me, we'll push disclosures together. You've got someone who's got no... I'm sorry, but there's no stopper on this gob, right? I'm just going to say what I need to say. So if you want to hear that and you just want to be told the truth or told what I think from a logical perspective based on what I've seen, based on all the evidence I've gone through, subscribe to the channel, support disclosure. Look, I'm not going to say everything I'm saying is right, but there's 117 videos here that suggest that there's something out there. Okay, right, let's get into it. Lightcraft, East Texas. Now, this is a good one to start on, folks, because for anyone that wants to hear the clicking sound, it's not just the Dragon UAP that do it. It's all of these. It's all of these craft. They all do it, right? Click. Folks, if you're wondering what this is, right, this is a light craft that was caught in East Texas, Palestine Lake by Tony Franklin earlier this year. You can see there, 13th of the 10th, so not that far away. This particular period, the months, the weeks either side, crazy activity. We had loads going on, folks, loads, and he's still got loads stacked up, I'm sure. Not a lot happened in this video, but then when we got to the end here, just boom, the click happens, and it's right on cue, folks, right on cue. I'll just slow it down. We won't spend a lot of time here because I've already gone over this, but for the new viewers, there you go. Yeah, it looks like three nuts in a cloud. That's what it looks like. It is travelling fast, and it gives us that radio frequency that we all want to hear. And there isn't a thing, there isn't an object on the planet that we know of that could explain this. There isn't. So if this is real, why can't the little tiny bug things be real, right? We know that they give us the same clicks. They give us the same clicks, folks. Check out Custodian File, check out Latchkey, check out my other videos. You'll see what I mean, folks. You'll see what I mean. Okay, Gavin Young. This one was taken November 15th of this year, and he sent it to me today, and I think it might have been one of them ones that he thought he would throw away. Just double checked it and saw the UAP. Folks, if you want to see the UAP at 3 seconds, it comes through this line here, this cloud, or trail that's been left by a plane. Interesting that these things keep following the trails, right? But they do in the East Coast. Seeing it time and time again. And this thing is fast, folks. I'm going to have to slow it down because it's just too hard for anyone to really keep up with. Right. Keep an eye on this line here, folks. There it goes. There is an orb or something that. Do you know what? I wish I'd put the timestamp down, Gav, because I can't remember at what point in the video the orb comes through. It's just a normal size basketball size orb that's barely visible, but I did capture it. I saw it when I first looked at the video, but I didn't make a note at the bloody time. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the object that I want us to get to is coming up, and I need your opinions on it because I really want you guys to look at it properly, and then after taking everything into consideration, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I kind of know where I side with it, but it will help to look at it again and just give me some sort of clarity. I saw something similar in the Pontypridd video in Wales, and I did the video twice. First time I completely dismissed it. If you can go back to the video, I completely dismissed it as a bird. Didn't even look at it twice after that. And then when I looked at it again, I was like, shit, it's a saucer. But that's the object in question, folks. Okay, this is playing at normal speed. The plane's been consistently moving at this speed for some time now. And you all saw that, right? You all saw how quick and how weird this thing moves. Yeah, look. It gets to a point and it stops. How can something travel that fast and just suddenly stop in the air? See what I mean? Stops there and then goes boom. It's like it's flown up and looked at you, Gav, and moved on. Do you see what I mean? Now I've got some still shots of this thing, and it's like I've seen the little blackbirds zipping through the skies, right? But that's insane. The way that moves, that's insane. I've never seen a bird do that. I mean, it's great mimicry of a bird. You can see the way that the supposed wings are coming out. They're not wings. They're not wings, folks. Look, you think they're wings, right? I don't know. In my opinion, the speed of it can't be. Just can't be. The Pontypridd one was a bit different because the saucer came in sideways and just kind of went like that and then back down, and it didn't really change its structural shape at all. Like you didn't see any flapping or anything. You didn't see anything going in or out. It just kept its structural shape and came in from sideways and then ended up upside down. So these things don't fly conventionally like our planes do, where you know the pilot and the cockpit are all facing one way, the direction that they're flying. These things can fly upside down, sideways, and know exactly where they're going and do it remarkably fast, folks. And this is why the Oklahoma shot from Ben that Custodian File supplied me of the clearest footage I've ever seen of a saucer. It moves like this. It moves like something like out of an animation. It's crazy the way they float and move and glide and cover so much distance in such a short time. It's unreal, honestly. It's like something out of any kind of like. Just looks like something out of a movie. Just look. And I don't know if this haze here is plasma and this is the object in question. Probably. Look, because it's just. But I'm going with saucer. I am. We've seen it. We've seen it in Oklahoma. With again on another video of Ben's where the thing is a saucer and it comes into view and then it disappears down to something the size of a pea on the screen, and then comes back up as this saucer again, and down and up and down, and it's fluctuating just like this thing, right? But we know that was a flying saucer. So much so that I almost got an inside view of it, or I did. It's debatable, but it's picked up some kind of humanoid beings inside the saucer. And the AI I use for folks that have been following the channel, it won't add that stuff in, right? So anyway, that's cracking, Gav. Checking your videos, doing your due diligence, and making sure that you're not throwing away good footage. And in my opinion, folks, and we'll just watch it one more time in real time so that you guys can make your mind up. Maybe you'll stay on the fence. I'd expect a little fly close to the lens to be able to move like that. I would not expect something higher up in the sky, like a bird, to manoeuvre like that and that quickly as well. And almost stop midway. Look, it's like I've done a jump. That's just mad. Alright, Gavler, I've gone to work on your AI enhancements, buddy, and I've done them twice because it was really, really faint. So I thought I'd just give them a bit more of an enhancement so that we can see exactly what we're looking at, folks. And yeah, these are the best ones that come up. So this was the bird/saucer. I believe it's the saucer, folks. The way it's moving, it's just too fast. To change of direction, too quick. The mimicking of the bird, you can see how it looks like a bird, even though now we're looking at it, it looks nothing like a bird, right? But the movement of it and the speed, people just go bird. It's not. It's nothing even close. If it was a bug, it'd certainly look like a bug, and it would look a bit larger on the camera as well if it was close to the lens. So, and if it was a really, really small bug, the camera wouldn't pick it up, folks. It would just be a blur on the screen. So I'm sure you'll all agree with me after that thought process. Check that out. That's the one where it's sort of going upwards, and there was a bit of sort of hue here from the plasma, and we could see a little bit on one side, but the AI is taking it out. So this is what we've got. Got this UAP just warping and morphing. There it is, triangular shaped. Yeah, hue coming off on the left hand side here, bit pointed. Looks like some kind of, again, to me that's just, I would say this is the object, and it is a saucer, and the plasma's just surrounding it, absolutely surrounding it, folks. There we are again. This is it upside down. So later in the clip, as it's sort of going up towards the top of the screen, it's flying upside down, completely unconventional to what we're used to. We're used to a plane flying upright, so the cockpit can see directly in front. This thing doesn't care. It really doesn't care which way it's facing, upside down, sideways, doesn't matter, folks. Look at that. Cracking. There you go. Upside down completely. Just madness. Just madness. And normally, like I say, the plasma, you can see it sort of, you can almost see through it. It's a lot hazier. This thing kind of got a top on it. And I don't know how big the top is there. Maybe it goes to like here. And then the rest is plasma. This bit's plasma. This grey bit. That's what I think it is. I think it's just a small saucer showing off a lot of plasma. And that's what it looks different to what normally Gavin captures, you see. And there's an interesting shot, really, really interesting. Just it was quite blurry, but this is as it was coming up, and you can see it just looks nothing like a bird. I've done enhancements of birds before, folks. If you want to go back through the channel, there's enhancements of birds before. They look like birds, and this one's missing a friggin' neck and head and all sorts. So this is just where it's morphing, folks. And I'm confident every time I do these. It's like I know I'm not going to get a bloody bird or an insect. It's just Just doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen, folks. Anyway, thanks very much, Gavin. We've got to move on. We've got so much to cover. Natasha Robinson, San Diego, California.
Hi guys. There is a black thing floating in the sky. It's very cool. I don't know what it is. See it? I'm doing the best I can with my little iPhone. It's not a bird. I don't know what it is. But it's something unusual. Okay. I'm so glad that I did at least zoom in, because at first my camera wasn't picking it up. Okay, so there's the clouds. It's just floating along. It now that it knows that hold on. Did I lose it? Now that it knows that I'm filming it, guys, it's not moving exactly the way it was. It was wiggling around, but now it's just floating real quietly. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll keep you posted. Bye.
That's awesome. The reason why I was laughing, because for once, right, we've got someone who's filming, who's just critically thinking about the situation, who's not freaking out, not going, oh my god, it's an invasion. There's so many people out there that have been just doped into clicking on people's channels because they've got the word invade in big letters with a stupid face on in their thumbnail. Like, there was no invasion. I never said there was going to be an invasion, right? Don't fall into the trap of just clicking on people's stuff because it looks cool. They're probably not going to give you a very good analysation of the video. So, wiggly thing in the sky, Natasha. I can tell you now, and I've just turned the volume down so that I can go through this with you, and then we'll analyse it properly. You get clicks, which I'm sorry, I'll have to turn the volume up again in a minute. You get clicks, but what I wanted to just have a quick look at is the top here, just to see if there was anything that zipped past. Top of this, I'm just keeping my eyes on the top of the screen because I thought for a moment I saw like a flicker or something, but what I really am trying to do is just find another object that we know is a UAP that is associated with this thing, and if I can do that, then I can confirm it's a legit sighting. I'm going to zoom in on the mother flipper in a minute anyway, and we're going to get an image for you. 'Cause honestly, like, don't know what it is. I can't see any string. I can't see how a balloon would just sit there in the air stationary. It would just keep going up, right? Or keep moving somewhere if there was a wind, slight wind. So, doesn't seem like a very windy day, but it'd definitely be moving off. It wouldn't just be sat there. So that's where I'm already leaning towards this being a sighting that's unexplainable, because it's also your camera's flicking out quite a bit, and you're getting the clicks as well. At least I think they're clicks, and for me, it's giving off a radio frequency. It's clicking your camera. It's not a bug or a bird, right? Plastic bag wouldn't do that either, or a balloon. Looks like snake-like, here, but then it kind of, the way as the video goes on, it changes angle, and then we can't really tell what it looks like, or it's changing shape. I don't know. Right, what we're going to do is just go through these clicks again. Apologies if the volume is really loud.
The sky.
There you go. Perfect timing. So just confirm for me, Natasha, if you was playing with anything like your poppers on your jacket, but it sounds a bit loud, but depending on the camera,
Thing floating in the sky. It's very cool.
I just love the fact that you're so chilled.
I don't know what it is. See it?
Now you're going to get a refocus
with my little iPhone. It's not a bird.
Pop.
I don't know what it is, but it's something.
It is something.
Unusual. Okay.
Pop. And there's your refocus and your pop,
Okay. I'm I'm so glad that I did at least.
Alright, let's see if I can zoom in on this then. Doesn't like the format, unfortunately. Oh, there we are. It's giving us some darkness then, wasn't it? Oh, what's going on? Doesn't like the format. Damn. Damn it. Now, I've tried to zoom in using the other player, Natasha, already. It doesn't like the format, probably where the phone's upright and not side on, so it just doesn't like it. Honestly, the object looks really weird. It looks like if it was a balloon, it would be rising up and floating off. I've seen balloons go up into the sky loads, and generally if they look like they're in the same position, they start getting smaller and smaller because they're actually just going higher and higher. This thing doesn't look like it's doing that. I can't see any string or anything holding it in place. And yeah, we're getting the clicks as well, Natasha. Don't know if you noticed.
I'm doing the best I can. Black thing floating in the sky.
Click.
It's very floating in the sky. Glad that I did at least zoom in, because at first my camera wasn't picking it up. Okay, so there's the clouds. It's just floating along. Now that it knows that. Hold on. Did I lose it? Now that it knows that I'm filming it, guys, it's not moving exactly the way it was. It was wiggling around, but now it's just floating real quietly.
That's so weird.
Anyway, love you guys and keep you posted. Bye.
That's just so weird. So weird. I was looking for another click, which I think you do get.
Unusual.
It is unusual.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm so glad.
Loses focus and you get click.
Unusual.
Now.
Okay.
Okay, Natasha Robinson. The three screen snippets I took of this image, I'm going to show you now. Hopefully we get something. Kind of looks like something you'd get out of the bakery. I'll be honest, it's got a bit of a twist on it. Really, really odd. I mean, that's what we got in that moment, folks. I mean, that almost looks detached there. Is that a neck and a head with hair? Oh God, not this again. How have we got? How does? Let me know in the comments, folks. Can someone just explain to me what's going on? Goddamn AI system. That's the bizarrest picture I've seen. And there you go again. Another image from a different. Again, man. Got another humanoid figure looking thing here. What does any of this mean? Anything? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks. Strange object outside Natasha Robinson's house over in the US. And that's insane. That's insane. Thanks very much, Natasha. Appreciate it. Yvonne Petratos. I hope I said that right. Petratos. New Long Island, New York, November 23rd, 2024. Well, this is a 4-minute long video, folks. And look, I'll be honest with you, there are a few flickers of light in the sky which are unexplainable, but we have to go straight to where it starts getting interesting, because a lot happens where nothing happens, if you know what I mean. A little yellow orb starts appearing from below, right? So just to give you a little bit of context as to what's happened here, Yvonne has been using a little bit of C5 technique, getting a laser, or not a laser pen, but getting a torch and, you know, trying to make contact through lights. And that's all that she was doing according to the email. So she's doing it for a little while. Then this thing turns up from the bottom of the screen here, and you know, as soon as you notice it, you get it center on the screen. And instantly, I'm like, well, what's that? You know, then what is that? And I kind of want to see the building, like the top of the roof of the building, with that in the same clip, so that we can. This is where my thought process is as I'm seeing it. It comes back in a minute, don't worry, folks. But first time I saw that, I was like, okay, well, let's just see if that's in the sky with the building. Whoa! So there you go, there you go. So instantly we know it's in the sky, and something just happened there, which we need to get back onto, folks. So this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Look. What the hell is that? And look, you'd need some seriously strong projector to get a light to do that into the sky. Like, what in the flipping hell is that? And not only does it flicker and, you know, light up, it's moving, folks. It's moving through the sky as it lights up, and this is what's really look. You see it move up, just a brief moment. It moves up and it lights up at the same time, and that's literally saying, "Hiya, Yvonne. I'm making contact with you." And the funny thing is, when it disappears, it's actually over here somewhere because it's moving in that direction. Look, I don't know what this is, folks. We're gonna try and get an image out of this, but I don't know. I don't know what this is. Interdimensional? Dimensional? UAP? Goat man? What am I looking at here, folks? Oh my God. What in the sweet Jesus is that? Do you see what I mean, folks? I'm going to slow this down now. This thing is moving as it comes into view. It's like it's going like that, and it just switches the lights on for a split moment. And I'm sorry, that would be hard to do. Okay? That would be hard to do. It'd have to be a holographic projection. A very powerful one. And this thing is, look at this wiggly. Flying up to it now. And this is what I'm saying, folks. Something, or some things, are in our skies. They can be completely invisible to us. And they could be right in front of your face and you wouldn't even know about it. Feeling comfortable? What the hell is that, and where the hell does it go? Really, really strange, folks. And I've taken a full screen snippet there, and I've got a few others as well that we're going to go through it all, folks. We're going to go through it all. That's just mad. And then we got Wiggly here doing its thing, and this is insane as well. This thing, it's like a bloody. God, it's like something out of Alien, man. You know, like the thing that jumps onto your face, and it looks like something like that. It looks like a snake or something, or some crazy. And it's lit up. It's clearly intelligent life, and it's saying hello. It's not vicious. I don't think it's vicious at all. Like, this thing's clearly just gone, hi. You know, I'm only going to show a bit of myself because I don't want to freak you out. Well, you freaked me out. That is mad. That's absolutely insane. Look at that. Look at it move. Look at it move through the sky as it lights up again. I know I've already shown it, but look, Jesus. And you know how I know for sure? Because look. That's freaky, man. That's just freaky. as the first bit lights up, you see whatever it is just moving along. Look. Look, it's moving up. Shit. Is it connected to this white light? Is it connected to the white light in terms of, like, is it actually physically connected to it, and it's just a large object, or is this white light just part of it? You know, in which case everything's now stationary, because now this white light is stationary. This is what I'm saying, folks, and it might not be wiggly, okay? It might just be a very bright singular light, and where it's moving, it's looking wiggly. But the way I see it, and my analysation of this, when this thing moves off, this wiggly starts moving too, and that tells me it's potentially connected, right? Look. I tell you what, folks, this is mad, and that thing would be large, very, very large in the sky. And you made contact there, Yvonne, as far as I can, unless you've got a really powerful projector and you're just trying to pull a fast one. That is a good bit of evidence. And Long Island, New York, November 23rd of this year, 2024. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And we'll just speed it up now and watch the rest of the video. There are other flickery bits. I've gone over it all, and I'm not going to waste your time with the enhancements of the background. And I can brighten up the background for you. There you go. So you can clearly see there's cars. You can clearly see this thing's in the sky. You know, there's no building there or anything behind there. Look, you can see the building here. This is where they are on the property. And if you want to just see the enhancement of this thing that shows, whilst we've lit up the sky a little bit, it just looks no different, just really bright. Look, just really, really bright. That's just insane, man, because now we're seeing the shadow as well. And to be fair, I've got the snippets of it. But as this moves up, and let me just slow it down again. As this moves up, it's got like a shadow on the left-hand side where it's kind of half showing. This thing is large. This thing is large. I don't know how big it is, but look. Is this their technology? Is it our technology? I mean, it's clearly their technology, but is it controlled by us? This is the big problem I have, folks. A, how much do they know? Where did the technology come from? And B, who's spying on us? Or if they're not spying on us, who's in the skies right above our houses that can just go, hiya, whenever they like? You know, I haven't got a problem with a non-human intelligence showing themselves. Great, means we're not the only ones. Brilliant. That's what we want to know. Okay? Might be nice to know a bit of our history as well, like where we came from. You know, is there a God? All these questions that people will have. The big questions in life. Got to take it, ain't I? Got to take it. It's going to enhance really bright, and it might look funky as hell, but I've got to take it. That looks like a bloody craft of some kind, or I don't know. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, that's, as far as I can see, that's the most of the image that we're getting at once at any one time. But as this moves, so does this thing. See, it blinks out, but it moves with it, folks. And look, you can kind of see it's got a little something here. That, for me, is a huge craft. Huge, huge, huge craft. Possibly even alive. I'm not saying it's totally mechanical. But that's my evaluation based on everything I've seen. My critical thinking. My logical thinking. That's what I'm going to go with, Yvonne. I hope you enjoyed that one. And we're going to go through the enhancements right now. Okay, Yvonne. Let's check this out. Hats off to you for doing the blinky in the sky with the torch and trying to, you know, figure out what these things are. I did capture one of your blinkies before the main object showed, and this is what I got. So what I believe it to be is a saucer, and it's firing out some kind of, letting out some energy that's extremely bright, and that's why you're seeing the bright flashes in the sky in some moments. They're saucers, and the saucers you can't see. The bright flashing is what you are seeing. Okay, so they're not so much small dots in the sky. They are craft. They are craft. They're crafty. That's what they are. But I hope that's given you some sort of clarification on what you were seeing there. I also think this thing here, and that's just, I've never seen anything like that appear and move in the sky at the same moment. The last time I did was Disney World Paris, when they was using the holograms on the castle. Don't know if anyone's ever seen that. Really cool. And you're seeing characters running through like the bits where the hologram light is showing on the castle. You're seeing things moving around. Looks awesome. But I tell you what, those things cost thousands of pounds to have, and you wouldn't just have that typically sat in your back garden. And this is crazy. You know, if you're going to project an image, you'd project something else, right? This is insane to me. So yeah, no idea, folks. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's epic, absolutely epic capture. And like I say, it was moving through the sky. I believe it was much bigger. I believe it was connected to the wiggly thing that we saw below. Could well have been. Could well have been. This is me changing the contrast and trying to get a little something out of it. And where I said I saw this shadow, it didn't do us any favours in the enhancement, so we have lost half the image on this one. But it is what it is. We have to keep trying, right? And there you go. I tried again and again and again. Tried a few times. No idea. Looks like a bundle of bones, doesn't it? In the sky there. We're seeing some crazy stuff, and we have to keep going. And there's that, just as it comes into view. Again, you can see there's something here next to it as well. So you can see, like, it's as it's coming into view. This is it coming into view. It's just materialising, just materialising before the camera. You know, just look at that. Just look at that, folks. And we've seen this before. These kind of similar coloration. Just don't know what to make of it. It was freaky. It was freaky deaky. That. Really freaky. But it just appeared. It's up there. It was moving, folks. Don't know what else to really say on the matter. It freaks me out when I first saw it, and I don't know how to explain it off either. Okay, let's do it then. Texas, East Texas, Palestine Lake, Tony Franklin. And folks, this is a good one. This is a good one. Let me just load up the video with the right player, because the whole purpose of me showing you guys this again, and it was big then, but it's even bigger now because I can zoom in on the thing. So he's been filming for UAP, these Dragon UAP that we're seeing, and you can see there too clearly doing the crisscross, as we see time and time again. There you go. Never alone. Always on Tony's property, always above his house, always right above him when he's filming. And in the distance, we get a saucer. This little black dot here, it's coming right towards Tony. And now I can zoom in on it and we can watch it. And folks, this thing is without doubt was on the approach. It was on the approach to Tony. And I said to Tony at the time, it's a shame you stopped recording in that moment, because this thing was coming right towards you, buddy. Look. Coming right towards you, man. And it's not the first time. It's not the first time. This has happened to you 2 or 3 times now where you haven't seen it. For whatever reason, like in the moment, you just haven't seen it, or they've been hiding really well, but it's been captured on your camera. These things have been approaching you, man. You've also had 3 or 4 sources just watching you. I think it was 3. Just stationary, watching you as you were scanning the skies with your camera. We've also had the fairy video. I call it the fairy video because we had a swarm of UAP, Dragon UAP, and these fairy-looking things. And they were zipping through the sky. It's insane what's going on over at East Texas, Palestine Lake. And we just need to keep on top of it. That is a really, really, really cool image, folks, and I need to take that. Folks, no flying chicken today. Just a saucer. Credible footage from a credible man, let me tell you. Let me tell you. awesome, buddy. Well done yet again. And I know it's an old video that you sent in 2 months ago, but it doesn't matter. You deserve it, mate. And I'm gonna find the other videos on East Texas, the ones where the sources are coming to him, and I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys that throughout the week. So yeah, appreciate every single one of you that sends your footage in to me. Yvonne, Tony, I know this was an old one, but thank you again. Natasha Robinson, your comments are so nice. They're so appreciated, and the footage was unexplainable, to be honest with you. I thought if it was a balloon I would have figured it out, but I haven't. It's up in the air, that one, and you're getting clicked as well, so that's kind of leans towards UAP. We've seen the clicks on this one as well, another one in East Texas. And Gavin, my man Gavin, just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Honestly, now we've reverted back to how we used to do it. Things are working out really well. Wouldn't hurt maybe to zoom in a little bit extra, just a tiny little bit extra. Maybe you'll get a little bit of a better image of that UFO. Just don't go in too much, because then you're going to get too blur. Go on to Undercover ET UK UFO/UAP evidence. It's a group page. It's open at the moment. Join it. Upload your evidence. Introduce yourself. Make some friends. Connect the dots like I'm doing, folks. Thanks very much for your time. Take care. All the best. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.